Hello friends, my name is Vimal Menon and welcome back to my channel. So this is my fourth video on the series of tutorials that I'm making on AI terms. So we have gone through various AI terms at a very high level and we understood what many of them means. So today I'm going to explain what are models. We are going to see what multimodal means and we are going to understand what are the different sizes, what does the size and parameter means in the model, right? So in order to understand that, I'll go to Olama and I'll search for Quen. If we look at this model, which is Quen model, we could see that it has a different model sizes ranging from 24 GB to around 38 GB, right? But the other thing to note here is this number here, which is 27 billion or 27B, or over here we could see 35B. This B represent billion. It means that it has around capacity of 37 billion parameter, and the more higher the number is, the more it is able to store, or more it is trained, more data it is being trained on. So over here, one more thing to note here is this kind of models with higher capacity or with higher numbers would need a larger system to run, right? And they would also have a bigger context size, most probably, and then it would be able to do the task more efficiently. So the bigger the number, this number is 27. Over here it says 27B, but if more bigger the number is, the more it will be able to process and more and it will have more knowledge in its data source, right? Now one more thing to understand about this model is that each model are trained differently, and some models are good at some tasks and some models are good at different tasks, right? So here we could see like they have benchmark these model based on different tasks, and they could see that it is able to do well in coding, and some are able to do in some multilingual stuff, and some are able to do well in real world QA stuff or image reasoning stuff, right? So it's always necessary to make sure that whenever you're using the model, it does well in that sort of task that is going to perform, right? So if some models are not that good at coding, it's not advisable, or it's not a good idea to use that for coding purpose. Rather use some AI model which has more high benchmark on the coding, right? So this is one of the thing to kind of consider while selecting the model. So mostly we will be able to run models which are around 24 maybe, or maybe around 16 billion parameter locally on our system, but anything which is more than 24 we won't be able to run locally, because it would need a lot of VRAM or memory to run it locally on the system, right? So that's kind of thing to know, that it's very difficult to run these kind of model, because these kind of models are very huge and they would need a lot of VRAM or memory to run. So moving on, let me go to another model which is DeepSeek maybe. So if we look at this DeepSeek model, they can only take input as text, whereas if I look at the Quen model, which I searched before, these model can take text and image, and some of the model can output image as well. So these kind of models are called as multimodal because they can take text, image, and they are not just limited to image. Some of the models can take sound as well, and some of the models can take videos as well, right? So it's very necessary, or it's kind of important while choosing a model. You need to make sure that that model support the kind of input that you're going to give. So in case if you're going to give text, most of the models support text, but if you're going to go for an image, make sure that that models do support image. So the another model that I kind of heard a lot about is Kimi model. This again is a very good model, I feel. I've heard a lot about these model being very small and being very efficient. So let me search for Kimi. So I'm not looking for cloud option, but I'm looking for something which is not non-cloud. Maybe it doesn't have anything which is non-cloud. Okay. Anyways, so that was a quick update. And also the other thing you need to understand is some tool do have tool calling capability, and some tools don't have these capability, right? So make sure while selecting the model, you understand that if you want to call different external services, or if you want to give some addition, if you want to make an agentic AI wherein it can perform different action, it should have a tool calling capabilities. So make sure that this has tools next to it. It means that this support tool calling capability or function calling capability, which make the AI or LLM to be more agentic, and they can do more stuff, right? And one more thing that I missed to mention is the context size. So over here you could see that this has a context size of 256k parameter, but if we look at some of the bigger models like maybe DeepSeek, they have more bigger context size. This has around 1 million context size. It means that it can take a lot of inputs it can take a lot of input before it kind of do some sort of hallucination and other stuff, right? So the more context size means more information can be given to this model, and these models are literally not possible to be running on commercial or like consumer grade systems. You would actually need a server with a lot of memory to run this kind of model. So this is again going through it very quickly. Some of all these models are good at some tasks, just like how humans are. We all are. Some people are good in coding, some people are good in speaking. In the same way, these models are. Some models are good in coding, some models are good in other stuff, reasoning and other stuff. So make sure you select right model while you are building your application, so that you get a very optimum result. So that was a quick update on what are the models, what multimodal mean in AI terms, and we also understood what are the different sizes and what parameter means in the model. So I hope this was pretty helpful, and you guys understood what I mean to say, and I hope you like this video. So thanks a lot for your time, and have a good day.